Hey yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy S. Dot V. Dot. He hot. Need not to worry. I'm back here with another John. Yeah, man. We gonna talk a little Alexander Usyk versus AJ, the rematch, post fight reaction. I'm gonna give you the real reason why AJ lost. He put on a way better performance than he did in the first fight. He made a lot of adjustments and he looked impressive to me. AJ looked very impressive to me. I liked what I saw from AJ, except one thing, and it's the one thing that stops him from being an all-time great boxer. It's his mentality, man. It's his mentality. It's it's all wrong for the sport of boxing. How he's it seems like AJ looks at boxing from the media's perspective. You know what I mean? Like he's more like the good at being a star. He's better at the promotion of boxing than what you really need to be as a fighter. You like most fighters come from hard, rough, rugged shit. Not saying AJ doesn't come from hard, rough, rugged background. It's just a difference in the mindset. When you hear them talk, when you hear AJ talk, he always talks about the sport in a way where it's the business, the lights, the glamour, the shots. He tries to be politically correct all the time when he does interviews. Everything is like, it's like a lot of times you don't get the real AJ when you hear him in an interview. You know what I'm saying? You kind of seen some of the real AJ spill out in the post fight. You know what I'm saying? Him feeling like he won the fight, him throwing the belts, him crying at the press conference. You know what I'm saying? All these emotions. You can't have you can't have a mindset like that in boxing. You gotta have a killer instinct in boxing. You have to have a killer's mentality. You have to get your mind ready to be like, I'm in a war. You have to tell yourself that as a fighter, that I'm in a war and the other guy is trying to take me out. AJ doesn't fight like that. He doesn't fight with that mean streak. You know what I'm saying? He don't AJ would have won this fight. He would have dominated this fight if he was just more aggressive. Straight like that. All he had every time AJ was aggressive, he had Usyk backing up on the ropes. He had Usyk on the run every time he was aggressive. Into that body work AJ was doing, like this is why I'm giving Usyk his credit for this, because Usyk withstood a lot and he had to make a lot of adjustments because of the adjustments that AJ made. You hear me? But yo, if AJ was just more aggressive, man, he wins this fight. He stops Usyk. I predicted AJ stop Alexander Usyk in the eighth round. I was obviously wrong. You know what I mean? He came close. AJ came close to doing it in the ninth round. The ninth round came. I mean, listen, AJ was doing it. He was investing in the body. AJ was investing in the body and it was working. But he wasn't doing it enough. I don't but when he was doing it, yo, the boy was running for dear life. He was using every tool in his tool bag to get away from them body shots. And AJ just wasn't doing it enough. Simple as that. His output wasn't enough that it needed to be to overwhelm Usyk. Now you see when Usyk fought Kishora, that's how you beat Usyk. You overwhelm him. That's what I see. He has problems when you just constantly put the pressure on him. You give Usyk any space to breathe. Another reason why I respect Usyk. Usyk had to dig down for this one. You know what I'm saying? He had to bite down to win. And he had to bite down to win against Kishora, bro. Kishora was just relentlessly coming at Usyk and almost beat him. And AJ the same way. A lot of people is like, oh, AJ got dominated. AJ was not dominated this fight, bro. I don't know what the fuck y'all was watching. It wasn't domination. Okay? It was not domination. AJ's mentality is just wrong for the sport. That's just point blank. He got to get meaner. AJ gets meaner, he is a lot harder to defeat. I'm telling you. Because he got all of the physical attributes. He's tall, he got long arms, he's athletic, he's strong. He got good fundamentals. Like it's all in AJ's head. You could tell AJ has mental health issues. AJ has it. AJ has mental health issues. You could tell by all the sporadicness that comes from him. I've been following AJ for years now, so I know what I'm talking about. I've seen countless interviews. I've read countless articles of him, quotes of him, hearing this guy talk. He has that. He tries to disguise it, and with the Under Armour deals and the smiles and the pictures, kissing the kids and all that. That's a role that AJ is tired of playing. He needs to get fully upset and say, fuck the media. Straight up. He got to say, fuck what everybody thinks. He has to say, fuck all of this shit. And get meaner, period. AJ has to have a dislike for his opponent. He has too much. He respects these guys too much. He hears their accolades and all of it, and it intimidates AJ. Like, whoa, that's what I think. It intimidates him. You could intimidate AJ, man. As big as he is. All AJ needs is aggression to add to his game. He get a mean streak in him. He gonna look like how he looked during Dillian White. Him and Dillian White had some type of bad blood towards each other. And he fought differently. He was way more aggressive. AJ gotta get mean. Period. That's the real reason. And the only reason AJ lost in this fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen the fight as a draw. I saw the fight as a draw up until what? The 10th round. I don't know what happened. The 8th and from the 5th round, AJ turned up in his body work, and his body work was paying off. And then the 9th round came, and in the 10th round, Usyk just came out and mopped the floor with him that round. Was tagging him every which way when the round prior to that, AJ was looking like he was on the verge of stopping Usyk. And the round completely after that, Usyk just turned around and won the championship rounds, which brought it to that split decision. A, a, I don't know what. That's just what happened. That's just what happened, man. So, shout outs to Alexander Usyk. He's a lot better than what I thought. He's gaining my respect with each fight that he fights. And Usyk's best attribute that I'm noticing from Usyk is his footwork. His footwork is absolutely great. All right? Phenomenal footwork, man. I'm like, he could move out of a spot quick with his feet. I like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Usyk is a tough bastard. I give him all respect. And I'll give respect to AJ, even though I can't stand his mentality. That's what I don't like about AJ is his mentality. It's like a weak mentality for the sport. The way he views things when it's time to fight is just not the way a boxer should be looking at shit. A fighter, all of that shit, he needs to be channeling that shit into anger. Maybe it's not a trainer is what he need. Maybe it's some type of spiritual energy shit he needs to be able to learn how to channel emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's sometimes, see, when you a fighter, sometimes, because fighting is a spiritual thing. Especially the art of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You get into a rhythm when you fighting. You know what I'm saying? And everything just flows rhythmically, right? Maybe that's what. Maybe he needs some psychic, some healer, some people with crystal rocks or some shit to just bring that shit out of him. So he knows how to channel all of that, man. But salute to y'all, man. It was a great fight. I was entertained. I will pay to see both of those guys fight. So yeah, that's all I got.